Congratulations, you got the Chase Sapphire Preferred. You spent $5 grand, you hit your welcome offer, and now you have your 100,000 UR points. But what are you going to do with them? Well, I'm going to break down 4 great ways for families to redeem all those points. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Ryan, and I'm glad you're checking out the Travel Points family. If you're returning, welcome back. It's good to see you. Now, using your points to take families on vacation is something I know a lot about. So far this year, we've used about 400,000 UR points towards more than $17,000 worth of family travel. Yes, $17,000. And now, I want to share 4 ways that you can start taking your family farther for less too. As we get started, take a moment to drop a comment sharing one place that you want to travel to with your family. And if you see someone else had a great idea, give it a big thumbs up. As we look at these different redemptions, we're also going to break down a method to help you compare the value you are getting from your points, CPP, cent per point value. It's one way that we can compare one redemption to another. You can use it to guide your decision making, but you don't always have to go with the highest CPP. Go with the trip that you want. Now with that down, let's get started. Option 1, cash them out. Now in our rush to optimize our points and maximize our rewards, sometimes we forget that we can just cash these points out. Now if you choose to cash out 100,000 UR points, you're going to walk away with $1,000. Are there other ways to get more value? Yes, and we're going to talk about some of them. But never forget that you can just cash your points in. No one in my family, not one of my friends, would say no to an extra $1,000 in their pocket. Now, we're going to use this to explain cent per point value. The numbers here make the math pretty easy. So to calculate the CPP, we take the cash value that we are receiving for our points and we divide it by the number of points we're using. Here, we're getting $1,000. We divide that by 100,000 points. The quotient, 0.01, is the dollar value of a point. So in this option, we'd be redeeming for 1 cent per point. Option 2, Universal Studios. For this option, we're going to use the Chase Travel Portal. You can book flights, hotels, and car reservations all through the portal, and you can use your points to do it. So let's use our points to check out Universal Studios and maybe even brave the new Epic theme park. For this, I would use my points for the hotel, and I would stay on property at one of the Universal hotels. When you stay at a Universal hotel, you get early access into the parks, so you will beat the crowds. It still can get crowded later in the day, but you can get on 1 or 2 of the big rides before the crowds, and that will make the rest of your day much better. Your welcome bonus could be good for 4 nights at either of Universal's endless summer resorts. Those hotel stays come in at right around $1,200. And some of you might be like, wait, I thought these points were only worth $1,000. But that's when you get 1 cent per point. One of the perks of the Sapphire Preferred is the ability to use your points through the Chase Travel Portal for 25% more. That means your cent per point value is now 1.25. There is another variation in this redemption which I'm hesitant to mention because it requires spending some cash. You could do 2 nights at Universal's Hard Rock Hotel or the Lowe's Royal Pacific Resort. Either one would require $200 to $300 beyond your points. So why should you pay some extra cash for 2 nights when you can do 4 nights all on points? Universal Unlimited Express Passes for everyone in the room. This is a benefit with the top tier Universal hotels. So in addition to getting into the parks early, you can now skip the regular lines as well. 4 Unlimited Express Passes for 4 people for 2 days would cost you $1,020. That's worth more than the cash you'd have to put out for the hotel. It's up to you though. 4 days with early access or 2 days with early access and unlimited express passes. Either way, you can get more value through the Chase Travel Portal than you can through cashback. And that's true for all redemptions through the Travel Portal. Options 1 and 2 are the easiest ways to redeem your UR points. But these next redemptions do require an extra step. Option 3, Chicago. If you've never been to Chicago, you're missing out on a great city experience. Millennium Park, the Shed Aquarium, Sue at the Natural History Museum, the Bears, the Cubs, the Girl and the Goat, Chicago-style pizza. Okay, I don't like Chicago-style pizza. I know lots of people do, but I need a slice of pizza that I can fold in half. I'm not eating pizza with a fork and a knife. Now, in the comments section, just drop an NY or a CHI to share your pizza preference. Now, I'm picking Chicago, but you can substitute any major U.S. city here. With Chicago being pretty central, it's usually not too long of a flight from anywhere in the lower 48. For this redemption, we're going to fly 4 people from Miami to Chicago. Yes, 4 people. And we're also talking direct round-trip flights, but they are economy tickets. Despite leaving from Miami, these aren't American Airlines flights. They are United flights. Each ticket would cost $413. So for 4 flights, we'd be out a little more than $1,600. Using United miles, each ticket would cost 30,000 points and $11.20. But we don't have 120,000 UR points to transfer. Well, we're going to book these exact same flights through another Chase travel partner, Air Canada. On Air Canada's site, you can book the exact same flights for the exact same number of points, but a little more in taxes. The difference is that Chase has a 20% transfer bonus to Air Canada right now. Transferring 105,000 points to Air Canada will net you 126,000 Aeroplan points. For comparison's sake, let's calculate this cent per point value. The ticket cost is $413. We'll still have to pay taxes of $40 a flight, so we'll be redeeming our points for $373 worth of value, $14.92 for all 4 tickets, which works out to a cent per point value of 1.42. So while we started at $1,000 worth of value, we keep finding ways to up that value. These flights are giving us almost 50% more value than cash back. How many times in your life have you been able to turn $1,000 into $1,500 like that? I think we can up it a little bit more though. Option 4, Hyatt Regency Lost Pines Resort and Spa. If you search for the best Hyatt family hotels, Lost Pines always comes up. Located just outside of Austin, this resort has plenty to offer families. A lazy river, pools with water slides, horseback riding, archery, maybe some golf or a massage for mom or dad. 4 nights here could cost you $1,700. Or you could pay nothing out of pocket. You choose. Those same 4 nights go for 25,000 points per night, 100,000 in total. Transfer your points directly to Hyatt and book this 4-night family vacation. When you book a reward stay with Hyatt, you won't be charged taxes or resort fees. Transfer your points, book your room, and enjoy your stay. A quick cent per point check shows us that this redemption comes in at 1.7 cents per point, our highest value today. But I decided to go over one more option. Option 5, leave the kids at home. Nicole and I love to travel with our kids, but we also think it's important to spend time together. So once a year, maybe twice, the 2 of us will go away for a weekend trip. It gives us a chance to focus on us as a couple, and we feel it helps keep our marriage healthy. Enter the Hyatt Regency Grand Reserve, Puerto Rico. Located about 30 minutes outside of San Juan, this beautiful beachside resort might be just what the 2 of you need. Lay out by the pool, mojito in hand, and relax. Head over to the spa for a couples massage. A weekend here, Friday to Sunday, can cost you $1,200 or only 46,000 points. That's a cent per point value of 2.6 cents per point. And you still have more than half of your sign-up bonus left to put towards another vacation. Go ahead and bring the kids along for the next one. While there are many ways to make the most of your Sapphire Preferred welcome offer, make sure you enjoy your points. That is going to mean different things to different people. There isn't a one-size-fits-all right way to redeem your points. There also isn't a wrong way to redeem your points. Well, except for gift cards. Don't redeem your points for gift cards. Now, if you've got another idea for how to use your Chase points, share it in the comments below. Also, if you didn't apply for the Sapphire Preferred before, there is a referral link in the description that will help you apply. Please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Those are all great ways to help us grow. Now, this video here is going to dive into the Chase trifecta. The Sapphire Preferred is usually the key part of that trifecta, and this video talks about the other cards in the setup and how they all work together. As always, I appreciate you spending some of your time with me, and until next time, safe travels.